Hey guys, it's Lennon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also turn on my post notifications to get notified every time I make a brand new video. The past couple of years have been kind of crazy for me, but one thing that I've come across is Dr. Taylor Alison Swift. Many of you may not know this, but before I started listening to Taylor Swift, I actually would only listen to Hannah Montana. That was literally it. Like, that is all I listened to. I never listened to anything else other than Miley Cyrus or an iteration of Miley Cyrus. And what's super funny about that is my dad and my mom were shopping one time in Nashville, and they actually met Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. But when they met them, they actually asked Taylor Swift to move out of the way. In fact, I have photo evidence. In this picture, you can see Miley in the front who's waving, and then Taylor Swift who's standing in the back holding Miley's bag because she was asked to step aside because my parents did not know who she was. Yes. But today I'm going to be showing you guys my vinyl collection and my CD collection from Taylor Swift, and we're just gonna go through some of my favorite songs and my favorite styles of the albums and stuff like that. So let's get started. So I keep all of my vinyls right over here. I have a Victrola record player, and then I just keep all my vinyls and CDs over here. So first things first, we have Fearless Taylor version. I do not currently own Debut because it is only stolen version. I don't want to buy a stolen version of vinyl or a CD, but I decided that I wanted to get Fearless whenever it came out. I love the design of the Fearless album because, as you can see, she puts all kinds of pictures and memorabilia of her actually singing the songs. I would have to say, since it is Taylor's version and the vault, I would have to say my favorite song on the album is Mr. Perfectly Fine. However, my actual favorite song from the standard version of the album is The Way I Loved You. I love Fearless, and it's probably a top 7 or 8 on my list of albums. Next, we have Speak Now, Taylor's version. I have 2 sealed copies of Speak Now. One of them is the Target exclusive, which is the 3 LPs on lilac marble vinyl, and then the other one is the marbled on the violet vinyl. I haven't opened these because I just realized that I kind of just want to keep them like a keepsake because I kind of collect vinyls rather than play them. I do love the inside album art. I can insert a picture of that here. They are so amazing. I got these the second Speak Now was announced, so I ordered them, pre-ordered them, and then on was it July 7th, I think, is when it was actually released, and I showed up at my front door and there they were. I would have to say my favorite song is either Long Live or Haunted. I also really like Innocent just because it has such a good message. Every time I listen to it, it kind of makes me tear up because it's really sad, but it's really inspiring because it kind of shows how far Taylor's come. In terms of the vault, I love every song on the vault. My top 3 favorites in terms of order are Foolish One, Electric Touch, and When Emma Falls in Love. They're so fun to play on piano, and I just love the beats and the sounds of all of them, and their bridges are perfect, so that's Speak Now. Next, we have Pop Country Perfection, Red. I love Red, Taylor's version. I would have to say that my favorite song is either State of Grace when it comes to standard version, or I Almost Do. I don't know. They're all really good, but Sad, Beautiful, Tragic is another really good song on this album. In terms of the vault, my favorite, of course, is Going to Be Better Man, but technically that really wasn't a From the Vault song because it was released. Maybe it is All Too Well Timid version. The only thing is I really have to be in the mood to listen to All Too Well Timid version because it's so sad, but I still really love the album and the vault itself. I also really love the cover, and on the inside, she just gets really deep and personal. I just love it, and it has the All Too Well lyrics, her playing piano on Red Tour. It's just amazing. And just the back cover is pretty too. Next, we have one of my most prized possessions, which is my sealed copy of the 1989 US version. I got this on the release day of 1989 Taylor's version on October 27th of last year. I used to have the British version of the album when I was first kind of redecorating my room and really getting into Taylor, but I decided to give that to her, and I just kept the sealed one instead because I had the Taylor's version. I just believe this is one of her best albums, if not the best album. In terms of popularity, it's her most popular album, of course, but it's just so perfect. And in terms of when I first got into Taylor, my sister was a huge 1989 fan, and so she started listening to Style, and Style was the only song I would listen to Taylor Swift besides 22, and we were never getting back together, but ever, sorry. So I love 1989, but let's get into the Taylor version of the album. So I have 3 versions. I have the Sunrise Boulevard version. I also have the Crystal Skies version, which is the one that I ordered the night it got announced on, was it August 9th? Yeah, August 9th. And then I also have the Tangerine edition that has Sweeter Than Fiction on it, which sounds amazing, by the way. I love the color of this vinyl. The LP is just so beautiful, and it just looks so amazing. It's It's honestly one of my favorite vinyls that she has. The prologue of this album also is another reason that I really enjoy it. As you can see, I did keep the sticker that I got on the packaging, but the inside of the album is also very pretty. But they're all really cool, and I love all their variants. But I did have the pink version, and I ended up giving that to a friend as a present. One of my favorite albums. Next, we have my favorite album by far, Reputation. So don't come at me, but whenever my sister was moving, because this originally was my sister's, she isn't a really big Rep fan. Kind of a red flag, I know. Whenever my sister was moving, she had all of her vinyls kind of together, and it actually rained on one of the sets of the vinyls that she had together, and in return, the inside of the cover kind of got messed up. However, I don't really have any intention of buying another copy of this album because the vinyls themselves were fine. It was just the covers that got messed up. I really do love the actual inside covers. I love the look of the newspaper. It looks amazing. Has all the lyrics. It just looks so cool. Honestly, the concept of Reputation, in my opinion, was better than the concept of 1989, just of how unique it was in terms of like the newspaper. And I know they didn't have nearly the same success, but I do think that Reputation is one of the best, if not the best, Taylor Swift album, just because it gets so vulnerable. And in terms of Rep TV, honestly, I don't even think we need a vault for it to be Grammy nominated anymore because there's so much popularity surrounding it nowadays. And after the Rep tour, I feel like there's no doubt about how effective the music is. If there's no vault, I'm gonna be fine. It's still gonna be my favorite album. Next, we have one of my other favorite albums, which they're kind of all my favorite. I keep saying that. But we have Lover. Lover is so hated on for no reason, and people rank this so low. But what I don't understand is how the lyrics don't speak to everyone who hears them. Just the inside cover, like I just love the look of Lover. I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to this. These two albums are basically the same message from different perspectives. Now, a lot of people argue, but the snake turned into a butterfly in the Me music video. But if you think about it, it's the same as like the call and response relationship. Like she says, are you ready for it? Wait, no, because I forgot that you existed, which is also my favorite song on the album. It directly mentions the Kanye situation. This one kind of does too. I think they're the same era. They're just different stories of what happened. That's my lore. There's so much more that you can read about online. Lover is one of my favorites. I also love the color of the LPs themselves. The pink and the blue are really pretty, but of course the pink is my favorite. My favorite song, of course, is I Forgot That You Existed, but London Boy is also pretty good because, you know, this was actually the very first vinyl that I ever bought for myself in stores. And of course it had to be Taylor Swift. That's Lover. Next, we're getting into this decade's albums. We're starting off with Folklore. This is like just amazing. My favorite song of her whole discography is on this album, The Last Great American Dynasty. I love a storytelling song. Just the idea of a dog getting dyed key lime green, like that has to like invigorate you somehow, right? I love the inside cover. I love the outfits. I just love the entire aesthetic that Folklore has to offer. I also love the color. It's so pretty and like it's kind of vulnerable too in a way. One thing that I really look for when I'm listening to music is vulnerability. You can't tell me that is not like beautiful. Folklore is like top 2. So this album is so perfect, and I just didn't have the eyes to see it. I feel like if you're a new Swiftie, you like dog Evermore because you're like, what's the connection? The connection is like there if you piece it together with what's going on in the world. Like Evermore, the song itself connecting with like Champagne Problems, and then like the single of like Willow, and then like Right Where You Left Me, and just like Ivy and Marjorie. Oh my gosh, Marjorie, second favorite song of her whole discography. It's just amazing. Like I just love it. The inside, it's wonderful. It's so Evermore. There are a fine line of pictures of like what is Folklore era, what is Evermore. It's just so unique. And the cover, I just love the cover. It's so vulnerable, and that's what I love about Taylor Swift is how vulnerable she gets with her audience because it allows you to relate to the artist. It's so amazing. Evermore, #1, honestly. Next, we have Taylor's latest studio album, Midnights. I have 2 copies of Midnights. If you check out my new website, lsullens.com, it is on there, on my About page. I have the limited edition marbled lilac vinyl, which is super pretty, which has, you know, this regular cover, stuff like this. I love the little book that has kind of all of the lyrics from the album, the standard version, of course. It's just amazing. This album is honestly just so perfect. I also just love the purple. The purple is just so pretty. And I love the tint that it kind of has on the picture. And then I have the standard blue, which also has the same inside as well. Don't you just love that? I just love when she does a spread on both sides of the LP cover, so. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for all of my vinyls. And now we're gonna get into all the CDs that I have. Trigger warning, lots of 1989. So first we're gonna start off with the deluxe version of the Lover album that I got. This is the deluxe version number 3. For Christmas, I did get the other 3, however, they are still in the mail. That is my Lover booklet. We then have Midnights. This is the lilac cover edition again. I just love the look of it. It's so pretty. I usually keep this in my car to play if my Spotify or my Bluetooth just doesn't work. I love the back cover. I love the insert. So really cool. Next, we have Speak Now. These are also both sealed. They are the same. One is from Target, one is from store.taylorswift.com. Anyway, every variant of the 1989 CD collection. This includes every photo from the vault of the 1989 Taylor's Version collection. As it is one of my favorite albums, I felt a calling to get all of the variants. So first we have the Sunrise Boulevard Yellow with the vault. Looks amazing, looks fun and fresh. The yellow regular, this is the Target exclusive that has the poster, which is also currently on my wall. Then we have the green, which is also on my wall. This is the Crystal Skies edition. This one is actually still available. It has a unique poster. We have the pink as well, the flamingo pink. I love the look of this. It is so pretty. Then we have the blue with the photos from the vault, the Crystal Skies blue, the green, and the pink. And that will do it for my CD collection for 1989 CDs. And then last but certainly not least, this is one of my own Taylor Swift albums that I actually put together as a Christmas present for one of my best friends. This was my own 1989 deluxe CD. It's really, really cool, and I made like a back cover and everything. And another cool thing that I did was cut out the look of the 1989 disc from 2014, and I also put in little voice memos just explaining, you know, my love for our friendship and stuff like that. So that was really fun to do. This has been a lot of talking, but I do love this little cup that I got as a party favor at one of my friend's Taylor Swift parties. This is so cute. And also it holds an exact can of Dr. Pepper. Like, that's big for me, okay? Okay guys, well that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed going through my vinyl and CD collection from Dr. Taylor Alison Swift. We should just be a fun, inclusive community because that's what Taylor Swift is about, as seen in Lover. I do actually have tickets to go see the Eras Tour in November of this year, 2024. And I am super stoked because I didn't originally get tickets because I wasn't really like a huge fan and I didn't want to take someone else's like opportunity of going to see her. But I am super excited to go see her and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are a Taylor Swift fan, let me know your favorite songs in the comments below from all of the albums that I've shown you today. And also tell me about your vinyl collections. If you have any CDs that you have that maybe I don't, let me see them, you know, send them to me. Just show me all things Taylor Swift. Okay, I love you guys so much. You're truly one in a million, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. So long.